Let's have a conversation. Let me just say this is a long time coming. Better late than never, right? We're gonna go with that. Where do I want to start? I'm Shardae Orr, and welcome to Healing in Real Time. This series is for people who are healing through dis-ease or diagnoses, people who are healing through trauma, but mostly what this is for, if I'm being blatantly honest, is healing from a fracture in your relationship with God. I think for me, over the course of the past year, I've experienced more back and forth, shall I say, in my relationship with God than I ever have in my entire life. And I think the reason for that is I made this assumption that being a Christian, being a child of God, meant that I wouldn't experience discomfortability, that I wouldn't experience asking God for something and having a delay in what it was that I was asking for. And so healing in real time is really about me healing through my relationship with God and being open about it.
Now, I didn't plan to be this open, but stick with me, okay?
And also inviting those of you who have separated yourself from a father who is actively pursuing you and helping you with that. So welcome to this series. This is the introduction, and I hope that you stick with me on this journey. I want to really talk about what it means to be healing, but also what it looks like in real time for me in a spiritually and physically standpoint. In this intro, I am going to share a bit about my journey because I don't know if I'll go deep into it in the rest of the videos. And so I was diagnosed with something called polycystic kidney disease. According to my doctors, it is hereditary. It is something that comes down from a parent. And in my case, it is assumed that it was my dad, who was also diagnosed with polycystic kidney disease in his 30s, whose father, so my grandfather, was also diagnosed with polycystic kidney disease. My dad has 5 other siblings who were diagnosed with the same disease as well. The disease in and of itself is one where you are, according to doctors, born with cysts, microscopic cysts in your kidneys, and as you mature, they also mature. According to doctors, cysts will take over your kidney function, and it is something that is incurable. The only way to stop progression or to increase your life is A, to go on dialysis, or B, to get a kidney transplant. I am currently on a transplant list. This is not a video asking for a donor. Let's throw that out there ASAP. This is not what that is. But I am actively on a transplant list and believing God that I will never be on dialysis. That has been my confession. Well, my confession really was that God was just going to supernaturally heal my kidneys. But now I'm really to a point where however God wants to do it, I'm open to however he wants to do it. Things that come with polycystic kidney disease when it comes to like symptoms, it's so interesting because I feel like when I first went public about being diagnosed on social media, there were people who were reaching out saying like, oh my God, I think I may have something similar. How do you know?
Content is not meant to diagnose anything. That's my disclaimer. This is not a medical video.
One of the ways that I knew that I was dealing with something that was not right in my body, my symptoms started with very bad migraines. I had, sorry, I hope this isn't TMI, but blood in my urine. I came to find out that the migraines that I was having were due to my blood pressure being very high. I was having blood pressure headaches, and I did not know that at the time. For a number of years, actually, for close to 3.5, almost 4 years, I was misdiagnosed. I was diagnosed twice with a urinary tract infection, which was wrong. And my GFR, which is a part of a lab work that you can get done to see what your kidney function is, was not being tested when I was going to the doctor with my symptoms initially. I was being told that I had a UTI for 3 years when I was having things that were happening to me. So those things are things to look out for if you're going to your doctor and there is quote unquote bacteria in your urine or protein in your urine or things that appear to be something else, but there's a deeper issue. Anemia, something that has also come with this diagnosis. Symptoms that I experience right now, being where I am, I don't want to share my kidney function on camera just yet. Who knows? This is just the introduction. As we go on, maybe that will change. But where I am right now, a lot of my symptoms include like extreme fatigue, brain fog, things like that. And so those symptoms and the things that I experience, not only do I confess complete healing over myself, but I also confess I have the mind of Christ if I feel like I'm forgetting words. I confess that my blood levels are where they are supposed to be. All of these different things. I think that even in the midst of actively walking out healing, I have done my best, even though I have days where it's like, whew, this is a little hard. Where I try to confess and stay in faith with my confessions. And I think that me healing my relationship with God came about because I was so gung-ho. My faith was so strong. I was standing 10 toes down, confessing all of the things and not seeing the healing come to manifestation, which caused me to question God and really put me on this journey. So that's a bit about what I was diagnosed with. If you're watching this and you are joining me on this journey, I would love if you would type in a comment of what kind of healing journey you're on so that I can get to know a bit about you. And thanks for joining me for Healing in Real Time. If there are any other questions that you guys have about PKD, feel free to leave those in the comments as well. Super excited to be sharing this series with you all, and I hope that it is beneficial and that you enjoy it. If there are specific things that you want to see, feel free to let me know. As always, be sure to like, share, stop. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.